A really common question that I get asked throughout my anatomy courses is that what do we do when the student comes back after an injury? Now, I know this can be really overwhelming. You might have 30 or 90 seconds to have a quick chat to them after having not seen them for a couple months, and you really don't want to re-injure them. So the first thing that I would say is you're always going to want to put the onus back on them. So I would say, have you been cleared to come back to practice? Now, this might be through a health professional that they're seeing, maybe an osteo, maybe a physio. It might even jog their memory that, yeah, the specialist actually said that I can come back. And this is what the specialist or the physio, the osteo said that I can do and what I cannot do. So already you've been giving information that's going to be really handy for when you're teaching them of, say, they might say, the osteo said I can't do back bends. So then you're like, okay, well, I need to modify all back bends for that student throughout the class. It's also just giving them the responsibility too. So although we feel that the responsibility can sometimes be on us when they come into our class, and in some ways, some of it is, but we also know that at the end of the day, they're going to move their body how they want to move their body, and you can only be there as a guide. You want to make sure you're encouraging, obviously, no pain at all. What can happen sometimes is that the pain gone doesn't necessarily mean that the problem's gone. So if they're still in a state of healing, they might come into the practice, but what happens is they feel really good at the time because they've warmed up and they're moving, but then that night or the next day, they can have a surge of pain. So we really want to make sure they're moving really, really slowly and with lots of control. So for the injured students or the students that are coming back after an injury, I will always say, grab more props than you think you need or what they used to use when they used to come before the injury. And we want to make sure we're only maybe doing 70% of the class. We're moving really super slow, and we're maybe taking the modified variations just as they're getting back. So regardless of the injury itself, they're still coming back to class thinking, maybe they've got a reduction in flexibility, maybe in some strength, even in other areas of the body. So we want to encourage them that they're still warming up and getting back to where they used to be. And obviously you want to encourage them that, the fact that you're here, you're getting back into the community, you're moving your body, you're doing your breath work, you're getting some strength, you're building some flexibility, is that you're getting an improving in healing rate already because you're moving blood flow around the body. And it's just really great that they're back regardless of where they're at.